We went to the movies where I drank many smoothies. My bladder almost blew. Fish here all these eyes. I enjoyed all the songs, the old ones and the new. We're on the watch. We'll watch it for you. When we upload it on the YouTubes, we get zero views. Hello and welcome to On The Watch, where we don't let our fandom get in the way of our honest criticism. I'm your host, Prince Mazi, and this is my co-host. The dimples to Mana Masood, the blue to Will Smith, the lack of restraint to Guy Ritchie's direction. Magic Pesh.
Oh, Magic Pesh!
Welcome to our review of Aladdin, the live-action 2019 remake of the original animated movie. It's a story about a kind-hearted street urchin and a power-hungry Grand Vizier who vie for a magic lamp that has the power to make their deepest wishes come true. Before we get to our review page, what are your general thoughts? Nay, did you think this was a better movie than the original one?
I'm gonna be biased on this review. I will not do my due diligence and be a good reviewer. I'm gonna go all on the subjective today. And I would like to say the original, 'tis not. If you had that magic lamp, what one wish would you make? I would say real long and hard, because I know Genie likes it that way. I'm a pleaser. What can I say?
You're a people's person.
And I would say, hey, Genie, can you wish this movie out of existence?
Wow, bang! That's your one wish, huh? I was gonna go with world peace. Pesh, we watched the movie last night. Let's give a general warning here. We're gonna spoil the whole movie.
The whole movie.
If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. This is one of the very few movies that have all ethnically appropriate cast.
All ethnically appropriate cast.
I think everybody brings their A game.
A game.
This is gonna just ruin everything. And I think people need to see this movie. People need to support the brown. Hashtag support the brown.
Embrace your inner brown.
Us.
What? Whoa. Sentences.
Whoa. So, what did you think of the movie, Pesh?
Not half bad.
I thought it was perfectly mediocre in a good way. I feel like this movie did a lot of characters much better than the original one did. Sultan. Now, I know a Persian dad when I see one. They always look you deep in the eyes. The voice goes low. Mouth don't move, but yet sound comes out. They have a lot of gestures. And it just gets a message across. Now, you might not understand, but we do. What did you think about the Sultan?
Sultan is much better. Although I like that cute, cuddly little...
He is an absolute doofus, patient.
I love him. But you're so old.
I really think like they brought a lot of humanity into this one.
I like the backstory. This concerns the Sultan and Yasmin. This concerns them both. They have a lot of backstory here and some political intrigue happening around them, which I like a lot.
Speaking of Jasmine, I feel like they did her a lot of justice in this one as well. She was not a pawn for everybody. She had her own agency. She was really good in this one, I thought.
Yasmin is my favorite character in the movie. I think her singing was pretty darn good.
She was really good.
Really good. Powerful.
MVP.
Powerful.
Then we have to talk about the Genie, I think.
Do we have to?
In the original one, I feel like Genie is carrying the movie, despite some other characters who kind of dropped the ball. What did you think about Will Smith being a genie?
Well, My opinion on Will Smith has been for a long time that I hate Will Smith.
Hate is a very
Hate is a
strong
very
feeling and
strong
word.
word. I don't feel that often,
Except for every day.
but I do hate Will Smith.
Why, Pish? Why? What has he ever done to you?
To me personally, he's done many atrocities.
War crimes.
War crimes. Rape. Whoa! Jesus. Nothing to make light of, man.
What has Will Smith ever done to you, Pish?
Will Smith has ruined my childhood, personally.
That's harsh.
Look, I don't like his Genie because it's Will Smith. There, I said it. It's too much of Will Smith. It's too much. I'm gonna drop some beatboxing now. Look, person who used to listen to rap, I still do sometimes. All this stuff are cool, fine. But it ain't cool to drop your beatbox every time.
Pish, I think we can all agree that the original Genie was too much of Robin Williams. And I feel like you have to cast a Genie who has a big personality and who can bring a lot of his own into the role. An imitation of Robin Williams would not do.
I certainly liked Will Smith at parts of the movie when he wasn't being too Will Smithy. But then he started going like, oh, I gotta put these trademarks in there so people know it's me. Like I ain't got a shitty recognizable face. You know? I gotta put these trademarks in there so you still know I'm the goddamn Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Now, not everything that Will
You're
Smith...
old, dude. Grow the F up.
Wow. Not everything that Will Smith did worked for me, but I must say the good outweighed the bad. I think he was good.
I liked his romance between him and Dahlia.
And also, like, I think he brought a lot of levity and humanity to the role as well. Like the original Genie, once again, he was just a pawn for Aladdin to get where he needed to be. And in this one, he had some agency of his own, even though he was a slave to the lamp.
Ah, slave to the lamp! Sorry.
Wow. I don't feel like you're sorry, Pish. Jafar. Now, to me, he was the weakest link of the movie. I don't know why they went with such a younger guy. Aladdin and Jafar are basically the same age. And there's a whole plotline in the original one where Jafar is too old to marry Jasmine. What I did like about Jafar, though, was that they gave him some backstory.
I like that.
He was a thief like Aladdin and that came back around. That was a very well done foreshadowing in the beginning.
Absolutely. I like that.
Yeah.
A lot.
They established the fact that he was a prisoner in Shirabad, which was the country that Jasmine's mother was from. And he legitimately wanted to take revenge on them because he felt as if they did him wrong. The acting choices sometimes. He had a lot of whisper, yell!
I gotta say, his thieving past, I like how that came back to play. That's how he got the lamp, not Iago.
Yeah, Aladdin didn't stupidly leave his lamp in an open room for somebody to come and take it.
No walls in that room, dude.
No walls, just pillars.
Just pillars. Them putting some backstory to people. Good stuff there. It's commendable that they tried.
And then we have to come to the main title character, Aladdin, Mena Massoud. How did he do, Pish?
Weakling.
You think?
He's force charming. He's force charming his way on me. And I don't like it. I see a slimy dude when I see a slimy dude.
Wow.
Where is the goddamn wholesomeness of Aladdin? From the get-go, he's gunning for that Yasmin. He wants her. He wants to get in those
Crop tops.
crop tops. But I'm like, no, man. You used to be wholesome and you used to want to help and then fall in love.
I actually think his charm was very natural.
Of course you did.
I think
Slimy bastard.
wow. He sounded exactly like the original Aladdin, which was mind-blowing to me.
He looks and sounds the part.
Yeah, and he could move, man. He could dance.
Good dancing.
But I think the main issue is when you make Aladdin, who's supposed to be a teenager, 30. Now, if I knew that Aladdin and Jafar were both going to be in their 30s, I would have auditioned for the role.
You certainly would have gotten it. Certainly.
You see, Pish, you knocking me down is not very pleasant to me. The feelings I feel right now are not
very pleasant.
very pleasant feelings. What I really, really enjoyed about this movie is that it actually introduced some political intrigue.
Uh-huh.
They are royalty.
Royalty! The political intrigue also included Jafar in there. And he also had ambitions on that front.
Yes.
So it enriches the story a little bit, the world.
What are you massaging there, Pej? Knowing you're sticking to your ethnic pronunciation, we need to talk about Aqraba.
Agraba.
It was realized beautifully.
Beautiful.
The colors, the spices, the dates, the pistachios.
It's very colorful.
It is extremely colorful.
Gorgeous to see.
Beautiful.
If there's one thing I should commend this whole movie, except for the ethnic casting, is that the production value is pretty great. It looks gorgeous, very colorful. The costume designs, man, that's amazing. My jaw literally dropped when she's coming down the stairs. The costume she's wearing, with a long stroke behind her on the stairs, gorgeous.
Yeah, you had to go to the bathroom and you couldn't stand up.
Perf.
Who?
You.
You couldn't stand up. It wasn't me.
Why are you doing this? It's not funny. This is not funny. It's not funny because it's real. And now in the editing, you're just going to cut out not. It's not funny because it's real.
But yeah, I really liked everything about the plot. I liked how it went forward. The pacing, it's very Guy Ritchie-esque. It has a lot of slow motion and fast forwards, which I did not like, especially in One Jump.
I hated One Jump.
Speaking of One Jump, we need to talk about the songs in this movie. It started out with Arabian Nights.
Arabian Nights. On the sea? But it was sand, man. In the original, it was sand.
At some point in this review, you need to understand that this is not the original. This is its own movie.
2 movies I cannot do that with. Aladdin.
And Robocop. We know.
And Robocop.
Nice, Fish. Very nice.
And he puts his...
I know where you're going.
Files come up.
Nice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Arabian Nights. The original one was problematic at best.
Yes, I realize that. Very problematic.
I know you're very sexually attracted to the merchant.
The merchant is a funny character and mysterious character, which I would have liked to have been included in this movie. Yes.
I think they made the right choice of giving it to Will Smith. And I think they made the right choice of making it this long and do a montage of basically the first 15 minutes of the movie.
It takes a mystery out of the whole thing, doesn't it? Because we all know Will Smith is the genie. But the merchant has something of Arabian Nights to it. It's some dude telling a legend. Well, I mean, Will Smith is doing... No, he's doing his own life story. That's it. I like the additions to Arabian Nights. I don't like how Will Smith has no range. I just listened to Arabian Nights in the bathroom while I was pooping and embracing my inside browns. Man, the guy has range.
Yeah, but also I think Will Smith, being a rapper and not a singer, did a really good job singing this song.
Sure, but man, when he goes...
Yeah, but this one has a production around it, has a background vocals and everything. I think it adds a lot.
I actually liked that he was on the sea. It was beautiful. I liked it. I also liked how they made a remix in the Arabian Nights part, where they compacted stories, mashed them together to move the plot forward.
Because I don't think there's any additional value to seeing somebody enter the Cave of Wonders twice. I think it was very efficient way of storytelling. Then we go to One Jump, which
I hated.
And then we go to The Friend Like Me.
Yes.
It's the first time we see Will Smith being blue. Yeah. The CGI was not good.
It was
not great.
Not good, man. I really got I was like, whoa.
Especially in 2019, where you'd think that, CGI has come a long way.
You've seen blue characters all the time nowadays.
But let's talk about a song on its own terms. What did you think about the song?
I didn't like it.
Really?
I didn't like it. There's too many Will Smithisms in there. The beatboxing, the rapping.
Pej, when he cast Will Smith as the box office draw in this movie, what do you expect him to do?
Act.
They wanted Will Smith in this. Like the director could have given him different direction. I thought he did great. There's a beatboxing thing that was maybe a bit much.
Yeah, but seriously, I thought the visuals are pretty nice because it's a very kinetic sequence. In the original, it's exhausting.
I really liked Friend Like Me.
Of course you did.
Genie was basically the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but just the sweet version of it, which I really liked. It was very nostalgic on two fronts for me, Aladdin and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I really was worried about the singing. I think he did a really good job. A really good job. I did not expect that from Will Smith. Then we come to the first version of Speechless.
Yes.
Let's talk about the second version as well as a whole entity. What did you think about the song? It's a new song. It was not in the original. What did you think of it?
Really good song.
It's a beautiful
really good performance. It really does not fit in the movie. It screams Frozen to me.
Then we come to Prince Ali, which was used in the promotional material as well. Now I was really worried about that because it looked very low energy and small to me. There's a lot more to it than what they use in the promotional material.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
Make way
For Prince Ali.
I thoroughly like this one. It feels grand. I really like it in the original that he shapeshifts into different things and people and connects with the humans. A delightful thing happens in this scene. A delightful thing. It was a big check mark in my head. That needs to happen. None of the shape-shifting stuff happens except for the drag scene when he cross-dresses.
That's that important to you.
That's very important to me. I really like that scene in the
You
original.
are a special kind of person, Paige.
And seeing Will Smith doing that gave me some giggles. And it's not just for laughing effects. It's just fun. It's good. It's good.
For laughing effects. There were some parts where I was like, I wish Will Smith was in his 30s when he was doing this and not in his 50s. But overall, I really liked it.
What did you think of the extended drag scene? It was extended. It was longer than the original.
It was longer than the original one, but I think it was making up for all the other characters he didn't
But
do.
what did you think, man?
It was fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Not as much as you, but I don't think anybody could like this as much as you. You have a very special connection to drag. Which, all the more power to you, Paige.
Hey, man,
All the more power to you.
I think it's empowering some people.
Are you talking about yourself still?
Some people.
Hey, Paige. One of these recordings, you're going to come out publicly and say some stuff. And I just want you to know I have your back and I accept you the way you are.
One of my friends watched this and he watched the Avengers review.
Okay?
And he was like, man, the tension between you two. Your brother was really shocked. He thought you were gay, man. And he thought you were coming out of the closet. And oh my God, it was so suspenseful watching it. I was like, dude, we're just kidding around. I'm pretty sure if he's going to watch this, he's going to be sweating on this scene. He's like,
what's his name?
Kiel.
Kiel, shout out. Love you, bro. And also, you should be worried.
Why should anybody be worried?
I mean, that's okay. I mean, we accept you just the way you are. And, it is what it is. You don't make yourself.
I like to be ambiguous.
How ambiguous you are, Paige. But not to me. Not to me. A Whole New World. What did you think of the song? They updated it. They brought it back to 2019. What did you think?
Green screen is hard, guys.
Green screen is hard.
But good song. Good
It is
rendition.
a good song.
I like Yasmin a lot.
At some point, you must know that it is Jasmine, Paige.
Yasmin has amazing voice and a great range.
Oh,
powerful.
Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, when was the last time you let your heart decide? A whole new world.
You should just make a close up on me. Because I lipped you pretty well, man. I lipped you pretty well.
So tell me, Paige, what was your favorite scene in this movie?
And the scene I was truly delighted by was the dance scene when Aladdin or Prince Ali was trying to impress Yasmin. I really like that scene. I like unison dancing and everybody like being totally perfectly in sync. Beautifully, everybody's really well dressed there. and colorful, you know?
It is
The
very
set design is
colorful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And truly, at that scene, I was smiling. I was like, this is nice. This is nice.
My favorite scene of the movie, even though it was deeply flawed and the execution was kind of weird, was the second time around when she sang Speechless.
I knew that.
I got goosebumps all over my body, shivers down my spines. I teared up the first time I watched it. The second time, I was still very emotionally involved. It was a big moment for Jasmine, and even though it looked maybe a little bit rushed,
Maybe a little bit rushed. I don't know.
you don't know. It really got me. It really got to me. I really love that scene.
Two problems I have with the movie.
Shoot.
Jafar's taking over Agrabah, way less creepy than in the cartoon. In the cartoon, it was darker. I would have liked them to take it a little bit further. We don't need slave Yasmin, per se. But it could have been darker. Because he's a dark man.
With a dark purpose.
Yes, thank you.
I'm glad they didn't do the giant snake because I don't think it would have looked good on the screen. This movie looks rushed to me.
There's a scene that Aladdin is like trying to break into the palace. Totally CGI Aladdin, just jumping around. I was like, this looks so bad. Why was that necessary? Have a dude jumping around and make it a stunt double. Nobody's gonna see the face from this far.
I really like the updates they made to the story. I really like the updates they made to the characters. I think everybody has more depth in this.
Yes.
I think the story is way more intriguing because of the political aspect of it, because of the interactions that the characters have now. And therefore, to me, this is a better movie. We need to find a new way of judging movies, Paige. I'm going to suggest one thing.
Yeah.
Out of 10 Jeff Goldblums, how many Jeff Goldblums would you give this movie?
Can I do half-C Goldblums?
We only go full Goldblum, Paige.
Then 6 Goldblums.
6. That is harsh. That is really harsh.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm going to give it a perfect 8 Goldblum.
Okay.
Well, do you have any additional thoughts, Paige?
Wrap this up, man. Wrap this up, man.
This was our review and our thoughts about Aladdin. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us, and help us grow. We'll be back next week with another episode of On The Watch. You can find us on all social media at Watch on The Watch. And until then,
Stay on the watch.